สวัสดีค่ะ Welcome to Morning Thailand อมวรรณสอนเครือหงส์
And I'm Thanannapat Noivien. Good morning, and you're watching Morning News Edition from MCOT World on this Thursday, July the 25th, 2013, which I'm happy to say, Kun Gov, that we would kickstart this edition with some more refreshing story. The fuel prices are going down this morning finally. I have to say, I've been waiting for this news
because it went
right
up
before
like,
the vacation.
Like 2 baht, 20 stang or something.
This month.
Yeah.
Right. But
seriously, we're not that rich. We can't afford it.
We got some relief of the burden yesterday. Bangkok and PTT said that they would reduce the price of gasohol fuel in the gasohol group by 60 stang per liter, while E85 will go down by 40 stang a liter. That changes would make the gasohol 95 down to 40 baht, 43 stang per liter, while gasohol 91 at 37 baht, 98 stang. E20 down by 60 stang per liter to 35 baht, 48 stang. E85 down by 40 stang, as I say, to 23 baht, 78 stang, while diesel remains unchanged due to the government's diesel subsidy program. Benzene 95, as you can see, 47 baht, 95 stang, almost 48 baht per liter. That's very bad news for benzene commuters.
Well, you know, still, I mean, seriously, the gasohol people needs a break. Like, I just filled up my gas tank
before the price reduction.
Yes, and then I realized that it was supposed to be reduced, and then I'm like, oh great, I just fill it up. So I don't know.
I went to the gas station yesterday as well because I was almost ran out of gas. However, I knew the news before, so I just fill in for 200 baht.
That's good.
So it's enough to go home and come back to work this morning.
All right, so all of you out there, if you know you still you haven't get your gas filled yet, go in today. It's probably going to be crowded. You know, a lot of people probably will be happy to pay for the gas price this morning.
However, people still complain about the price reduction that happened right after a long vacation while people already came back.
Oh, that's true. So technically, it would have been a lot better if it happened before, so we can use it for long distance. That's right.
That might be a tactic.
The government will say, well, it's better now than never. Right? So,
exactly.
You know, I mean, you gotta love it. Anything that's on sale at this point, I would say, is good, even gas price. Now, let's move on to another news. Of course, still in the energy section. However, this one is an assistance by the government for all the lower income people. And of course, these include the households that using all of the energy, meaning that you're using, they call it 90 unit of the energy for your electricity, so on and so forth, per month. That's mean, I think it's very low. I think at this rate, you probably don't really own air condition or any things of that sort. So, so this is came out from the Energy Ministry. The Minister Kun Pongsak Rakta Pongpaisarn has came out and of course have a press release talking about the committee that have been talking about trying to assist all the households with the LPG prices. They say that obviously at this point they will increase just a little bit more, about 50 stang per kilogram for a year for all the LPG. And having said that, they say that there will be assistance only to all the households that are using currently under 90 unit per month of the energy bill. Now they say that these people will actually, about 7.6 households altogether nationwide, and they say that it will include all the vendors as well. Now, what they asking all the vendors as well as the low-income households to do is to actually send in the SMS to the Energy Ministry, and when they ordered all these gas prices or the gas tank for the LPG gas for, you know, cooking, so on and so forth, the company, the gas company itself will actually take care of the difference in terms of the assistant there, and obviously the Energy Ministry as well. Now they say that for those of the low-income households, if they don't have cell phone, obviously, if you're going to send SMS, you cannot use a house phone. They say that borrow your neighbors for now. And the thing is, it's not that expensive anymore these days. Like you can actually buy a cell phone for like 500 or 600. So they are saying that at this point, you can buy LPG by just using all these numbers that they will be provided by the energy ministry after you send in the SMS. But of course, like I said, that means you have to be in a very low income range.
So that means you have to provide the documents including the electricity bill, the payment documents, the receipt of your
and
salary.
plus they have to be able to probably get some more record from the EGAT as well, that reported that you have very less. Plus, in terms of the energy bills, they will help with that as well. And this is still starting in September, the month of September. And they say that at this point, for the energy bills that will be assisted as well, they say that some of the households will be included already by the survey that has done by Suandusit poll. So for those of you who might think that you might be eligible, at this point they say that there has already been a list of people that would be eligible for this, and I believe that is probably tied in with the energy bills for the gas, LPG gas as well. So if you're not in the low income, this doesn't really concern you. However, in case you know someone that perhaps might fit that range, make sure that you encourage them to contact the energy ministry or going to the provincial office and ask whether or not they would be eligible, because those street vendors would be included in this as well. And they say that if you're not there yet, you have to make sure that you report it to the ministry before the 30th of August, because they will start doing this assistance, helping with in terms of subsidiary at the beginning of September.
But what if some people can come up with some clever way to claim, to use people's name to receive this benefit, you know what I mean?
You probably could, but the thing is, you probably only get at certain amounts at this point. They're not going to give you that much. It's just going to be like a little bit here and there. Is almost like one of those.
It's not worth it.
Well, exactly, to go through that trouble. And plus, once again, like these are for people who cannot even afford to have probably that much electricity at home. So meaning that they're poor to begin with. And I think that if you actually try to find a way to do it and have someone else's name on it, you probably have to provide documents where you buy the gas, and plus the electricity bills that cannot be hid. Is only assisting the low-income people. So this news is only channeled maybe if you know someone, but I'm not encouraging you to use someone else's name and get this kind of assistance. But it's a good project that came out from the government. Exactly.
Okay, so moving on to some more reports yesterday. If you remember, there's a viral clip of a crocodile that we've been reporting.
The one that you were so shocked the first time you seen it.
The crocodile that has accidentally shut its mouth while it got the trainer's head inside its mouth.
Yeah, exactly. Well, because,
that's the clip that tourists have been able to capture and post it online. However, some people have doubted that the accident might be staged in order to draw attention from the public, because it seems that the trainer has not been seriously injured.
He's just lucky, people. Seriously. Like, is that even worth it? Because the thing is, like, crocodile jaws, if it's shut,
but he's been working for 8 years, so he's good friends with crocodile.
Dude, it's crocodile. You cannot be their friends.
So yesterday, reporters have traveled to the crocodile farm and zoo in Mueang district of Samut Prakan province, and he met Kun Uthén Yangprapakon. He's the vice managing director of the zoo, who confirmed that it was really an accident and it happened last Sunday. Kun Parawitสืbmi, this man, the unlucky trainer, aged 28, he had bite wounds on his face and neck, but he was not seriously injured and he could continue on with his work on that day after receiving treatment. Kun Parawit said that the crocodile might have been startled after he placed his head between its jaws, and then his hand slipped on the wet ground. So the crocodile accidentally shut its mouth.
Yeah, so he didn't mean to. It's not like he's gonna eat his trainer.
And it's lucky because there's another trainer at the end of the reptile, so he could be able to grab its tail when it happened.
You know, I think that even for us, I mean, if we open our mouth and our friends stick the finger into our mouth, and you know, like if somehow, you know, we got scared or, you know, I don't know, anything that I probably would shut my mouth too. Right? And that was just like a little nip. I mean, the crocodile didn't mean it. It's like, what business do you have putting your head into my mouth?
It's like when our puppy bite us, right?
Exactly. So, well, at least he's luckily walked away with, you know, nothing. But the thing is, normally we have heard, and I guess, you know, the reason is that these crocodiles are trained. So at least the trainer behind him, like that grabbed the tail, were able to you know, perhaps give him a little nudge saying that, hey, open your mouth kind of thing. But if you go into the wild and you try this, I'm pretty sure that the picture is not going to be as good as this one. Right. Let's move on to another update just very quickly here. Like I said yesterday, the two badminton players that obviously make a big name for Thailand, not in a good way. And, you know, now worldwide, they call us badminton. Yeah. So
such a good reputation. Actually, we could kind of come up with better headlines
exactly.
here.
And it was so sad too, because, I mean, we're competing each other for gold, right? For like a trophy. So either one that would win would still bring a good name
Only
for your
some more
country.
minutes.
Exactly. Right? I mean, you know, it just show you that if you have like self-control and be able to control your temper a little bit, this will not be as bad. And the person who started it, Kun Badin Isara, is the one that got hit by the side of his head, that, you know, his ear was bled. Due to the fact that obviously Kun Mani Pong, who got punched in the face first, as he was running, he just kind of swing his racket and hit Kun Badin on the side of the head. So Kun Badin at this point not only lost that trophy to Kun Mani Pong, he also got injured as well, badly injured too. Now, of course, at this point, the report has came out that the Badminton Association of Thailand has called on these two to not giving out any interview whatsoever. Yesterday, the reporter get a hold of Kun Badin as he approached the airport. However, Kun Badin did not give much interviews, just saying that, you know, he's very sorry about what happened. And the reporter somehow did not get a chance to talk to Kun Mani Pong at all, because Kun Mani Pong belongs to the Badminton Association of Thailand, and, you know, he was actually seriously ordered to not giving out interview whatsoever. But of course, Kun Badin was actually belongs to Granula Association, another association here in Thailand. So that's why he could give out a little bit of an interview. Now, they said that the whole commotion happened due to the fact that these two used to be a very good friend. They competed together in finals before, and they won great prizes. However, they say that both of them were approached by Granula Badminton Club to switch camp early this year for better payment. Kun Badin decided to do it. However, Kun Mani Pong, not only he didn't do it, he consulted with the Badminton Association of Thailand. So of course, at this point, Kun Mani Pong decided to stay with the Badminton Association of Thailand, where Kun Badin decided to go the other way. But of course, it's created a bad blood, because right now, I believe that Kun Mani Pong feel a little bit of, you know, betrayed by his friend, but he didn't come with kind of thing. So that's why and Kun Badin obviously got a lot of, you know, not very good reputation at this point with the Badminton Association of Thailand since he left it. Even though, you know, the athletes can switch side, but still, it still create one of those uneasy feeling. And that was kind of the start of the whole thing. Now,
sources say that they started not talking to each other since then.
Yeah, and I think that's why it's kind of boiling underneath. So that's when it's happened.
But some people said this, the news media has exaggerated this issue because that couldn't be a big deal. However, they are athletes.
Yeah, that looks like a big deal when you chase another people around at this point. So let's move on to another news here. I have a report of 60,000 of methamphetamine pills that have been confiscated. And this one is in Chiang Mai province. They say that this particular case happened in the Chiang Mai area where the Muso tribal smugglers,
from
I guess,
Myanmar.
yeah, they're trying to make its way to Hat Yai.
Oh.
Yeah, so down
That's quite
south
far
from like
distance.
the very top of the country, Chiang Mai, well, not very, very top, but still from the northern part of the country, all the way is supposed to make its way down south. Now the police were able to confiscate all these methamphetamine pills along with all the tribal smugglers. There were 10 of them in all together that they were able to confiscate it. As you can see there, 60,000 of methamphetamine pills. So I would say that still this is a very good, a story because we are able to confiscate it. So all good, right?
So just go for a break here. Up next, we take a look at a lot of updates on the issue, including the former scandalous monk, the Nen Kam, that his brother has come out yesterday, and also reports on the bus accident in Saraburi this week, and also the rice plating program, as well as the flood situation in several provinces in Thailand. So be sure to stay tuned when we come back.